Hi Libra, this is a Libra reading for Libras. I'm Walker, this is Dance Walker Tarot. And I feel like I want to bash my head against a wall right now, so if that's how you're feeling, stay tuned. I believe this is a very specific reading and I don't know what the hell this means, but someone's like, "Who took my ring, bitch?" Sorry about that D word there. And I said, "Bitch. Who took my ring?" I don't know what this reading is. Hold on, let me flip some cards. But I'm getting your kid did. Your kid did. The kid did. Your son did. The kid that's a dick. I'm sorry. I get. No one should ever feel that way about your child, but I don't know. Maybe your child is or something. Your kid took your ring. Hmm. The truth is coming out, so there will be like an evidence presented to you in the form of, I don't know, maybe videotape evidence or like a hidden camera nanny cam sting operation. Like, if this is not so serious and this is just literally like your ring went missing and nobody's fessing up to it, it was your son. Or maybe you thought it was somebody else, or you thought somebody pawned it, or like, what is this reading? Huh. Hold on here. Let me pull some cards. This is a very specific Libra reading. This is for a very specific Libra. So if it doesn't resonate already, like if you don't feel like howling at the moon because somebody stole something very important to you, maybe it was very precious, maybe you made it yourself, maybe it was passed down from your grandmother to your grandmother or grandfather, something like that. Hold on. It's not okay though. Like whatever. Huh. It might. Let me pull some cards. I'll put a link in the description or one of the comments, I think, when I figure out what in the F going on here with this and this someone's kid and stealing a ring or something. And I'm getting these flashes of, ooh, I don't like this. Okay, this is weird and I feel weird. Hold on, let me burn some sage. So I don't know if the child in question has kind of a dark energy they have, but I'm feeling. I'm sorry if this is like me being a messy, over dramatic Leo, but I'm kind of getting like a dark angel energy from just put up a little boundary just for myself because I can't handle another one of those days of tarot reading. Really. So if this resonates already, and you just have one of those children, it's something. If this is if the ring is metaphorical, has something to, or if this is a marriage that's over and the lust for life is gone, and something ended or someone ghosted you, it might have been because they were like afraid of your son, or there's, I don't know, you guys. I'm holding my hands over my eyes because I don't want to see this image that I'm seeing right now. Like, I could make it go away if it's, hold on. Okay, this is, hold on. How am I gonna say this? There was a situation where I feel like, if you're the father, there was, I don't know if you were, or if this is your father, or whoever, whatever character is what in your story. I'm just gonna tell you what I'm kind of seeing as a father throwing his little kid in the water. The little kid that can't swim, like, well, sink or swim, you better sink or swim. But it's like, to your little kid self, it just seemed like they were trying to murder you or something. Oh my god, what's that Church's song where she says something about, like, I'm writing a book on how to stay conscious while you drown? Oh my god. Oh no, maybe the dark angel energy is like the father and you're one of the children or something. And I don't like this. I don't like that. So if it's like, if it was something that like a father or even a mother, but that's usually something that like a father, a young, dumb, inexperienced father would do, like that is just kind of narcissistic and heartless. And the child thought they were gonna die, and maybe they, from then on, they had it out for their father or something. And oh, but something about you and feeling like giving up. Oh, give up on trying to figure it out because it's about to be, everything is illuminated, right? It's about to be illuminated here. There won't be any question. There won't be any question. So look critically at things, keep your emotions out of it. Keep your emotions out of it. So it could be like if you thought that it was, I don't know, I'm hearing like your daughter or your wife or the sister or something, but it was the son. I'm getting that we got King of Wands, King of Swords, King of Pentacles, or a son is coming to a mother to tell the truth about a father almost drowning them, and the father was like, never tell your mother about this or something. And if you're the mother and you're trying to figure out what was this issue between like your son and their father or something, it's because their father did something to them like that that scared them to death, and then made them promise not to tell you or something. Am I getting there? I just dropped a bunch of cards. Oh, let me see if I can make any sense of this. Dang, it's the villain edit today on my channel. It's the worst of the worst here. So one of you was dealing with like the worst of the worst. And maybe this is like an ex, or this is like your parents' father. Your parents' father? So if this is your father, it's like that's what their father did to them. They threw them in the water and was like, sink or swim. This is how you swim. But it just seemed like attempted murder. Like it's just, and no mother would stand by and let a father do that. That's why maybe they were like, don't tell your mom or something like that. And then also they were cheating. Maybe you saw your father cheat on your mom, or this is a bad situation. This is a bad situation. If this is your child and you're still married, maybe ask them if they have anything to tell you that they've been wanting to for quite some time. Especially if they're already grown, but they're still your baby, and they happen to be a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo who's had a lot of problems with maybe authority or getting into trouble, something like that. But the other characters we have here are the King of Swords, so if it's not an archetype, we're talking about Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, and then King of Wands, which could be Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Again, these are all grown people here, so I think the child has, this is all in the past, but there are stories that haven't been told that need to be told, or something explained, or a story. It's like maybe if your children's father did that thing that wicked narcissists do, where they turn their children against their parent, it's like that eventually was turned against them. Like if they turned their son against you, their son turned against them, or something. Or if, I don't know why you would be a wicked evil father watching my show. Like I don't think so. But if that's you, well, Yeah, your son stole your ring, but you deserve honestly a lot worse than that, from what I can tell, because you were the villain in their life. Like, they saw you as someone who, like, the way they saw you, there was something they said to you before it happened. Like, no, I can't do that. Don't do that to me. And they did it anyway, or something like that. But the end of this cycle of abuse is over. It's over. Let's deal with the ring. Why is that the first thing that kind of came up? I feel like I'm missing something in that scenario here. What's that? Oh my god. Maybe if you have a daughter and a son, like they did it to the daughter too. Like sink or swim or something. And they're. What happened to the ring? What happened to the ring? If this is just like a literal ring and the son took it, where is it? Like, does it matter at this point? What? I don't understand necessarily the significance of that as a metaphor. Maybe it's meant to be kept vague for you. Oh. Huh. God, I'm just getting like one ring to rule them all, like the Lord of the Rings, but it's a marriage. I don't know, maybe whoever you are, you're a very powerful person, and your ex is a very malicious person, and maybe they were more abusive to your children than you know. And maybe it's time that, like, maybe now that they're grown, your children are going to want to come forth and talk about some of the abuse that happened in the past. And it's going to be painful, but it's going to put an end to this cycle and actually make you feel like it wasn't all for nothing. Like, this is a guaranteed success. So if there's prosecution that needs to happen, let it happen. Definitely don't stand in the way of justice because someone was your ex or you used to be married to them. Or even if this is like your child, even if there was abuse there, I don't know. What's the dark angel energy that I was feeling with that? Mm. Yeah, and if you're already divorced, if you're not already divorced, it's time. If you are, you dodged a bullet. And if your ex comes back talking about where's my this, where's my that, you can talk about how you're going to prosecute them for what I told you about. Or if the police come to you with evidence of something that your ex did, and it's plain as the day, like there's no denying it. And maybe you came to them before and said, "Did this happen?" They said no. Your intuition was telling you. They were a wolf in sheep's clothing. Maybe that's why this wolf here is in reverse. They pretended to be civilized. They pretended to have a heart, but they were just a wolf. Mm, consuming their children's fear and laughing like it's okay. And if it wasn't that serious, they were a stupid narcissistic father that put their children's life at risk at the very best. And at the very worst, it was, I don't feel like dealing with these kids. Maybe they'll live, maybe they won't. And maybe that's why the son is is the way he is. It's because he's, I don't know. Yeah. Justice for everybody. How about that? Justice and healing for everyone here. So let the truth come out, or if you have some truth to speak, let it be done. If you have a child that's been a problem child and you feel like you can refrain yourself from strangling this other person, or walking up on them and, I won't say spin the block or nothing. No violence, right? But it might make you feel violent. But remember, justice, court of law, do the right thing. And if you feel like you don't have enough money to prosecute, that will be donated to you from someone who was like also involved in the story, or who is a third party or a bystander or a neighbor or also another victim. So maybe this person knew that you had great personal power and magic, and if they married you, maybe that's what the ring was. And maybe the child sabotaged your relationship, or you always blamed your child for being like a problem child, for coming in between you and your ex or something, and that was what dodged, like your child helped you dodge a bullet, which could have ended in you being dead almost. Oh my god. That was like the last reading too. I don't like this day. This is not a fun day to read tarot. And they were cheating on you, and you knew it, and maybe you ignored your intuition for a while, but this person was never faithful, and this person was at the very best negligent, cold-hearted, and narcissistic as a parent, and at the very worst murderous and malicious. Oh my god. Today, tomorrow, next week. The worst is over. Please breathe easy. Please breathe easy. I think maybe if you or your children were a target, it's because with this card, it literally says that you reign galactic wisdom upon the earth. Your spirit is so much bigger than the little body you are in. And because of your wisdom, because of your influence, your affluence is because of your influence, that would have made you a target. One ring to rule them all. You know, maybe that was the one that bound you to somebody else. And maybe there were some harsh realities, and somebody became their own worst enemy. And the hunter became the hunted. Maybe within an own family, in a father and son dynamic, and the truth is about to come out, but the truth will set you free. So have no fear. You deserve everything beautiful and wonderful. Okay, so there's a forgiveness here for the self. Self forgiveness. And if you were that just kind of dumb young parent and you did something like that because that's what your parent did to you, it's a brand new way of being a parent, of being there for your children and not making them feel unsafe. And if that's who you were married to, forgiveness of the self, that you were also maybe a young, dumb parent. But listen to your children. And if you feel like you need to take the initiative and say, what happened back there with your father? What really happened with that? I feel like they're finally willing to open up and talk about it. And if you haven't moved away from that person, that's going to be the catalyst. This story, the shining the light, it might be like a thunderbolt, but it will get your attention. It's not something that can be ignored, either by you or the world or the family or the community or whatever it is. So this harsh truth brings freedom. Okay? So if it comes down to you worrying about something that got stolen, I think there's kind of a bigger issue here. And if you could see it in that way, it's going to make all the difference in the world to free you from some of these emotional chains that are keeping you bound to suffering instead of freedom, joy, and a real relationship. Maybe you thought that was your soulmate, and now you're realizing that they were just very manipulative. And that's okay, and you have to forgive yourself for them, for that. Maybe not them, forgive for yourself to move on, but if there was any shadow aspect of your being young and naive where you looked the other way, or maybe your parent did, it's time to come to them and say, I'm feeling emotionally strong and safe enough now to tell you what really happened back there. Or someone, if your parents have passed away and you can't say directly, you say it to somebody. Yeah. Be proactive with expressing yourself and saying it as it is. Don't sugarcoat it. If the emperor wears no clothes, you say the emperor wears no clothes. And the truth will set you free, and you'll feel confident and strong again, and you'll know which way to go. You won't feel confused emotionally, and everything will make sense. And if you've already moved away, it's that dodged a bullet moment that keeps coming up this week where you don't just say, oh, I made the right decision. It's concrete, no question. You will see proof as plain as the nose on your face that it was the right thing to move away. Yeah, this is about family. And if there's a part of your family that's kind of dark angel energy there, it's time to go no contact. It's time to go no contact. It's time to protect your children, even if they're acting out, even if they're grown. It's that unconditional love that you're kind of being tasked with showing here this week. Whether you're the father or the mother, whether you're a single mother or a single father, stay in that energy of unconditional love and protection of of your little family, of your children, of whatever innocence is left, if there is any at all, even maybe for yourself. So something will be illuminated, sense will be made of this, and you'll know that you made the right choice, even if you didn't know why at the time. So you're in control, stay in control. There's a new start for you, and it's going to feel exciting, and you'll be able to take a leap of faith on a new opportunity. And that's coming as soon as you close that door if you haven't yet. Or if there's a story that still needs to be told, or a misunderstanding, or placing the blame. It's like maybe if it was a grandfather, the grandfather's passed away, and now the family can talk about it, like with without feeling like something could happen to them. So this is breaking family curses too. It's ending cycles of abuse, and it's no easy thing. So big hug to you from me, and if any of this was triggering, maybe I should put a trigger warning at the beginning. So this is obviously a very specific Libra message here, but um, don't worry about the ring. If you know you have to be your own soulmate right now, you will be given everything you need to thrive in that situation to keep yourself and your children safe. From now until forever, okay? So the worst is over. And if it's not so serious and it was just a bad parent, don't let anyone in your children's life that makes them fear for their life under any circumstances. No excuses. And forgive yourself if you did make excuses when you were young, because we learn and we grow. And when we know better, we do better. Okay, Libra, I'm going to leave it there. I don't really know what I said and I don't really know what I talked about, but if anything made sense and you feel like talking about it, you can comment below. Give it a thumbs up. It's the worst thing you ever heard, give it a thumbs down. But my heart goes out to you. This is no easy thing, but there is peace, healing, and freedom at the end of this, okay? There is a light at the end of the tunnel, so hang on there. And a newfound love and respect in the family for those that belong in that inner circle of love, trust, and unconditional love, where it's given and received. All right, see you guys next time. Bye-bye.